Welcome back to episode 30 of our Ocarina of Time walkthrough. In this episode, we'll head to Lon Lon Ranch. We'll see how things have changed, and we'll get our trusty steed, Epona. If you remember the last episode, we talked to the cuckoo lady who gave us an egg, which was incubating and now has hatched, so we now have a chicken. I've always wanted a chicken. So many things you can get from chickens. Well, upon entering Lon Lon Ranch, we'll take the first door here on the right. Upon entering, we'll find Malon. She doesn't really remember us, but she'll see us as a visitor and wonder where we came from. She'll let us know a little bit about what's happened since we've been gone for 7 years. Ganondorf's people have taken over Castle Town. Everything's bad. There's enemies everywhere that weren't there before. And Mr. Ingo has ran off her father. He's been evil. He's turned evil. And Dad was kicked out. So she's concerned because if she disobeys Mr. Ingo, then he'll treat the horses badly. So she kind of has to stick around, and there's nothing that she can do. So not good. Oh well, we'll go talk to Mr. Ingo and see what he has to say. So he's going to be located right at the entrance to the gate. So run up and talk to him. So he's going to say that all the rumors that people in Kakariko Village have been spreading about him are not true. That he did not cheat talent out of the ranch. Don't be ridiculous. That it was him, the hardworking person who poured so much energy into the ranch. And he doesn't want anybody saying anything bad about him. But the great Ganondorf recognized his obvious talent and gave him the ranch. Anyway, he's raising a fine horse so that Ganondorf will recognize his great talent. And he'll offer us to ride one of his horses for 10 rubies. So go ahead and take him up on the deal. So now you'll notice a horse in front of you with a green saddle that you can get on and ride, but obviously the one that we're after is Epona. So if you run after Epona, Epona actually runs away from us. She's a bit afraid. So play Epona's song. And then Epona will start running towards you if you don't run towards her, and you can actually get on Epona and ride her. So here's a chance to practice riding for a minute. So if you press the A button, you'll use your carrots up, and she'll run faster. But if you use all your carrots, then the horse will slow down. You have to be going full speed and being straight on a fence to be able to jump it. So you need to hit A to use a carrot slightly before getting to a fence in order to make the jump. Anyway, when you're done riding, go ahead and run back over and talk to Ingo again. Also, if you jump the 2 fences, you'll get 5 rubies for each jump, so you can actually make your money back, the 10 rubies that you paid. Anyway, after doing that, get off, and he'll offer to let you play again for another 10 rubies. So go ahead and take him up on the deal. And go once back into the corral, this time run and grab Epona again by playing Epona's song. And then once you're on Epona, you can either ride around or you can just ride back to Ingo and talk to him again. This time when you talk to Ingo, he's going to be like, well, it seems like you've been getting a little bit better. And so he's going to challenge you to a race with a bet of 50 rubies. So go ahead and accept his offer. Now, on the race, he's going to start out and almost kind of cheat by taking off a little bit before the gunshot. If you can get in front of him, always try to stay to his right. He takes the corners pretty wide. Do not use all your carrots up here. You want to try to conserve them a bit, and then unless you can get in front of him. If you can get in front of him at the very beginning, then just try to block him in. But otherwise, right about where I passed him is a good spot. He'll go real wide there, and it's very easy to pass him on the right, and you can pretty easily beat him. So now Ingo is crazy upset. He can't believe that he lost. And the great Ganondorf is going to find out about it. He's going to be humiliated. So he's going to challenge us to another race with pink slips. So this time we're racing for the horse. So if you win, you get to keep Epona. Kind of the same technique, only he's a little bit more aggressive. I was able to actually get in front of him on the second one, though. So he's harder to pass if you don't get in front of him at the very beginning. But again, don't blow all your carrots, because otherwise you're going to stop. And it takes a long time for the carrots to recharge. But once you get towards the very end right here, then go ahead and blow them all. And if you get in front of him like I did at the very beginning, he's very easy to beat. Otherwise, just wait for him to go wide around that same corner and then try to get past him there. So Inger's like, "What's up with Epona? How did you tame her? She was a wild horse, and I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf. But he bet on the race and lost Epona, so..." Well, anyway, now he gets very straight-faced, and he's like, "As I promised, I'll give you the horse. However, you'll never get to leave the ranch. Ha 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 ha." The gates are shut, and oh no, what can we possibly do? If you went and talk to him now, he'll just say, "Ha ha 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 ha. We can never leave." So your options are you can run and you can jump out any of the gates now. So there'll be a different cutscene depending on which gate that you jump off. The one on the left here is pretty easy. And jump over the fence, and we are out of Lon Lon Ranch with Epona, and congratulations, we now have a faithful steed, Epona. Alright, we're going to run back into Lon Lon Ranch now, and we'll see things have changed quite a bit in the few minutes since we grabbed Epona and ran away. Now we find Mr. Ingo is quite submissive and just very happy that he's able to work at the ranch. He's honored now to be able to work here. So, very different from the man who we just left. And if we run back over to front gate now, we see Malin. She's extremely thankful to us. And now she's going to ask our name, and she's going to realize that she remembers us. Link, the boy from the forest, from so long ago. That was years ago. But anyway, she'll all of a sudden remember us. And she realizes why Epona will remember us now, and that Mr. Ingo has changed. And he was afraid the evil king might find out Epona had been taken away, and it really upset him. But one day, all of a sudden, he went back to being a normal, nice person. So I guess us taking Epona made a big difference. And now Talon, her dad, is going to come back, and the ranch is going to be returned to be a happy place again. And it's all thanks to us, and she's very, very grateful. So anyway, if you talk to her a second time, she tells us how Epona looks so good, and that we were able to tame Epona very well. And she's going to tell us about her obstacle course and 2 laps. This is a completely optional game. You don't really get much for it other than a present in your house. But if you want to go and do it, then you have to get a time under 50 seconds. It's a little bit challenging, not the easiest race, but it can be done. So if you feel like taking it on, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, this race is a combination between energy management and also making sure that Epona jumps all the fences. So if you look at it, I try to conserve most of my carrots until the end. I only used 1 carrot here for jumping both of those fences. So slightly before getting to a fence, make sure that Epona's running at full speed. So if she starts slowing down, go ahead and hit A to use a carrot. And then try to stay fairly close to the fence. You don't want to take anything too wide because we need to make the time under 50 seconds. So as you get around here, you can kind of start blowing all your carrots. Making sure to hit every fence straight on. Otherwise, Epona will stop and not make the jump. Alright, she has a present for us, but it's a little heavy, so we can't take it with us. So we'll use the Ocarina of Time version of Amazon and have it delivered to our house. And if we walk into our house, back in the Kokiri Forest, we find, hey, we have a cow! So now we can be at home and we can get milk in a bottle anytime by playing Epona song. And while we're here, if you walk over on the other side of your bed, there's a sign here, and it tells you all your records. So how many gold statuilles you've collected, your largest fish caught, a marathon time, which we haven't done yet, horse race time, which is what we just did with that minigame, and an archery game, which we haven't done yet. Well, thank you for joining me. Please join me again for episode 31.